Barack Obama to kick around for like ever, but you're actually in charge now. So why don't we be responsible for the policies that we have right now? And I couldn't believe that I heard the representative from Wyoming say that America is now projecting strength. If there was ever an example of the President of the United States projecting the most embarrassing abject weakness I've ever seen than what President Trump just did with Vladimir Putin in Helsinki, I can't think of it. And quite frankly, a number of Republican commentators that I've seen talk over the course of the last 24 hours can't think of it either. So I know it is incredibly comforting from a policy perspective to blame absolutely everything that's gone wrong in the world on President Obama, but he's not in charge anymore. Donald Trump is in charge. The Republican Party is in charge of the House and the Senate, and it's time to focus on policies that are going to move us forward and advance our interests, and not just feel comfort in the fact that we can sort of rewrite history and blame President Obama for absolutely everything that has gone wrong. It is a big, complicated, and difficult world for President Trump. It was for President Obama. We need to work together. We need to find ways to confront the challenges we face in a thoughtful way. Simply blaming the past president for absolutely everything isn't going to get us there. So again, let me just conclude by saying I completely agree. The issue that needs to be addressed is to make sure that we have adequate readiness for all of the men and women who serve in the military. We're talking about the Navy and Marine Corps. As I think you said, we're going to talk about the Air Force and the Army next week. I think we should talk about all of them at the same time because it's all equally important. But to get there, we need to have a strategy that is actually sustainable instead of one that is based on hope. And to my mind, that is the worst thing that we can do to the men and women who serve in the military, is say, we want you to do all of this, and we don't really have the funds to do it, so you're going to have to figure it out as you go. It would be far, far better to say, look, here's realistically where our budget is at. Here's realistically what we can do. Give them that task, and then they will be trained and equipped to do it, instead of being asked to do more than we are willing to provide money for. And it's one thing if this was just 1 year. It's one thing if we had a surplus. But we don't. We have the budget environment that we have. So if we're going to get to the point where we adequately address readiness and address the issues that are being raised, then we need to be realistic about what